Well, hi everyone and welcome back. I'm lucky enough to be joined by our Hillsong College principals. So let me introduce them to you. We have Angela Buckley, who is our Hillsong College principal over both our City, Hills, Brisbane and Melbourne campuses. And then next to her we have Mary Kappa, who is the vice principal at our City campus. And then here we have Cam McDonald, who is the vice principal at our Hills campus. Now, when you arrive at Hillsong College, you'll be seeing these people up the front. They preach, they teach in class as well, and they're just the most wonderful people. So what we thought we'd do is just get to know them a little bit better, ask them a few fun questions so that when you arrive, you just know who they are, really. Go up, give them a big hug, say hi. They'll be happy to chat to you. But let's start with Angela. Where are you from? And when did you come to Hillsong College or start working at Hillsong College?
Yeah, so I'm from Seattle, Washington, and I lived there for 25 years, then moved far away, got married, and moved here to Australia 20 years ago. So
incredible.
This year, 20 years this year.
Happy anniversary.
Which is amazing. Yeah, I know. And so all my family still live in Seattle and in the area. Mm-hmm. And yeah, my husband and I became citizens here. So we're dual citizens.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Starbucks started in Seattle, right?
Yes, all good things started in Seattle. Nordstrom shoes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, lots of. Actually, these are from Nordstrom's.
Love it.
Yeah.
Mary, what about you?
I was born in Arkansas. I don't tell many people that, so shh.
Yeah.
And
nice.
that's it. And then grew up in Oklahoma and Mississippi, and then actually came over here in 2004 and met my husband, and my family cried, and that's okay because I still love them and they still love me. But I'm planted here. Love it here.
Amazing, amazing. And you're an opera singer, right?
That's what they tell me.
When you guys come, make sure you ask her to sing some opera because it's very impressive.
It's fun. It's fun.
And Cam, what about you?
I'm actually a local boy, so I grew up in the Hills district of Sydney, Australia. And Australia, yeah, we do like to say Australia. Just practice your Aussie. Once you get here, you'll enjoy that. Mm-hmm. You'll take a while to get used to the accent. But I grew up locally and
awesome.
Been coming to Hillsong for quite a while now. So it's 18 years since I came to Hillsong Church.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's my story.
So Ange, when you're not working, what's one thing you love to do?
It's very hard for me to keep it to one thing because we do lots of things. But the key thing that we love to do, my husband and I, we do beach in the summer. So every Saturday or Monday.
Favourite beach?
Oh, I don't want to say because then everybody goes there and you don't want to see your principal in their swimsuit.
No, that's a no-no.
But I have a lot of favorite beaches. Every beach is beautiful in Sydney. Mm-hmm. It's just amazing.
Cool. What about you?
Let's see, we're foodies, so we like to try out some local cafes, and we are movie buffs as well. So, and we just renovated our home, so kind of home is nice sometimes. We've got a new kitchen, and I like to cook, so that's pretty fun.
So you live in the city.
We do. Can
you give me your top 3 cafes for our students who are coming?
Okay, top 3 cafes.
I know that's really hard.
Right? That's kind of tough, but there is an amazing place in Newtown. It's called Brewtown, and they do cronuts. Mm-hmm. So they started that in Sydney, and then they're amazing. The breakfast is ridiculous. There is an incredible place that makes bread and is a home of coffee in the city. It's called Sonoma, and that's a really good place.
And that's right around the corner from our City campus, right?
Yes, yes. There's one right on Dank Street, so literally you can walk 5 minutes and get coffee. It's great. Mm-hmm. So you got to budget for that when you come to live in the city because it's expensive to live in the city. And another one in our local place is called Room 10, and they have amazing coffee, just friendly people.
That's awesome. Cam, when you're not working, what do you like to do?
I'm a bit the same as both of these lovely ladies. My wife and I, every Saturday you'll find us out somewhere in the city at a cafe or even going for a walk. We often go to Bondi Beach and we do the Bondi to Bronte walk.
That's beautiful.
Or you might find us out in the Blue Mountains,
Yeah.
adventuring out that way. So yeah, we just love to explore the city and get out, and you'll often find us at good cafes around the place as well.
Yeah.
And definitely in summer, I love to surf. So I get out early, go to the beach, go for a surf,
So cool.
and enjoy myself out there.
So you're putting your hand up to teach all of our future students how to surf?
Well, look, if
Cam
you come
surf
and
school?
ask me how to surf, I will do my best to show you how to surf.
I would be interested to see you surf.
I'm sure it's
Don't
great.
expect too much.
Yeah.
All right.
I do live out in the Hills District,
Right.
which
All I'm
limits
hearing
my
are
surfing.
excuses, Cam. All I'm hearing are
Look,
excuses.
look. Challenge accepted.
Right? Ange, if you could have dinner with anyone, living or dead, who would it be?
Wow, that is a good
It's a lot of people to
question.
choose from.
Yes, there's a few people, but I love the idea of meeting one of the old leaders in the Bible times, somebody like a Caesar or something like that. I think it'd be really interesting to hear what they think this side. I don't know. I think that's kind of cool. Also, my dad, he's in heaven. I'd love to see my dad. So lots of different people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mary?
Yeah, I think I would like to sit down with Meryl Streep.
Isn't she awesome?
Yeah, she's amazing. She's got to be an amazing actress. So
Yeah.
I just think it'd be interesting to get to know her other than behind the movie screen, you know.
Right? I
So,
like that.
Yeah, that would be a fun one.
Cam?
Oh, look, I think I would love to sit down with Moses because I want to know what the heck happened with those 10 plagues and all that kind of stuff. And man, he's got a wild story, like wild. And so I just want to, I'd love to hear how it went for him walking through the Red Sea, split in half, seeing, you know, just,
Yeah.
wild story. I'd love to sit down with him and find out the inside goss. Yeah.
I love
inside
it.
scoop.
I feel like I should change mine to Jesus or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
If in doubt.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus is
Jesus.
always the answer.
Jesus.
No, Meryl Streep's good. Following the movie theme, if you could star in any movie in history, who would you be? Mary?
Yeah, that one was a difficult one. Surely it would have to be something where Meryl Streep, maybe like Devil Wears Prada. Why not?
Such
Yes,
a movie.
I
Yeah.
see
Such
it.
great
Why not?
fashion.
Why not?
I love it. What about you, Ange?
I have to do something based in Italy because I love it. I'm thinking maybe like Eat, Love, Pray.
Yeah.
Just going on the adventure, a year-long adventure or something like that, where she does a few months in one place and it goes around. I think that'd be amazing. Mm-hmm. I don't know about the storyline so much,
Yeah.
but I do think the places that she goes are amazing,
Yeah,
and the
you're right.
people she meets. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
Any thoughts?
I would star in Braveheart. My family are Scottish,
It's so
and
good.
I would definitely be Mel Gibson. Yeah.
Classic.
Paint my face, have long hair.
Wear a kilt.
Look, I wasn't thinking so much about the kilt, but look, if I've got to do it, I've got to do it, right?
I love it. What's one movie that made you cry?
Oh, I cry in so many movies. I'm the crier in the relationship. Probably The Notebook, to be honest.
Sensitive guy.
Look, yeah, I really am. If I was honest, I'm a sensitive
So
guy.
good. Such a
I
good
love that
movie.
you watched it.
Yep,
How many times have you seen it though?
only once.
Okay.
I didn't want to cry
Wasn't
again.
enough. Well, right, obviously.
Yeah.
Mary, what about you?
The Hunt for Wilder People.
Oh,
I
that is
cried.
such a good movie.
Yeah. Spoiler,
my
so if you
people.
haven't seen it,
I definitely cried in that one
someone dies, and it really made me cry.
too. Yeah.
I cried. And it's at the start of the movie too.
It's at the start.
And
I hate when they get you like that, then you're
They
just
got me.
emotional
it's
for the
made in
rest
New
of the
Zealand
movie.
too, right?
It's all Kiwis.
Yeah. Which is
So
cool.
it's a great movie. Go watch it, guys.
Bring your tissues.
You may not understand the accent, but you'll enjoy it. And
Yeah, I have to say, Cam, I cried so hard in The Notebook. That one for me got
That was
me.
real.
It got me. It's actually such a sweet movie as well. So I don't know. I loved it.
have you guys seen Lion?
Yes.
Okay, because
Oh,
I
wow.
left the cinema with a wet face, just like sobbed through the entire.
I was wondering
used to
what
watch
you
that
said.
movie.
Wet,
Too much.
wet. I'm a New Zealander, so my accent is a bit hard to understand. Apologies.
It's entertaining.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm here for. Your entertainment. Ange, favourite food, if you can.
Right now, my favorite food is dumplings. I love to go Asian dumplings. They are out of this world. We had them yesterday on our day off. We went to the city and we had the best dumplings They're amazing.
Do you go to Chinatown?
You know that too.
Yeah.
No.
Where do you go?
There's lots of different places. There's all over the city. But I just love, there's one up in Westfield. The Westfield in the middle of the city, Pitt Street.
Yes.
So Westfield is a mall, a shopping centre?
Yes.
It's amazing. But yeah, pork xiaolong baos.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
She won't tell you where she gets them. It's like the beach. She
Right,
won't tell
yeah.
you which beach she goes to. She won't tell you which dumpling place
You don't want to
goes
see your principal eating dumplings.
I think, yeah. What about you?
It's a tie between a good homemade Italian pasta and garlic bread.
Speaking my language.
And
It's lunchtime yet?
yeah, I know, right? And Vietnamese pho.
True.
I've been kind of sick recently, so I think the Vietnamese pho would be like my favorite right now.
Yeah. Love it.
I would agree with that.
What, Vietnamese pho is your favourite food?
100%.
Actually.
I make it at home.
Really?
I like it that much.
Man,
Yeah.
he cries, he cooks.
Wow,
He
Full
serves.
package.
What an all-rounder. So good.
That's
so
awesome.
good. What would you spend your last $20 on?
Oh, wow.
You can be
Now that I think
spiritual
of
or
it,
you can be superficial.
Probably beef pho, to be honest. Yeah. My last $20. It's a good question.
Thanks.
Probably buying some kind of food. I just love food, and I would want to go. If I was going to go, I want to go with a full stomach.
I was
That's a
going to
real
go.
If I'm going to
I
go,
love
I
it.
want to go in a full stomach.
Yeah.
Ange, name one thing you can't live without.
I'd say laughter.
That's cool.
I love to laugh and I love to enjoy life, and I just think it makes life better. But close second is coffee.
I thought you were going to say close seconds, my husband.
Oh yeah. I thought that's a given.
No, that is a
Okay.
given. Jesus, husband, coffee.
Yeah, I was gonna
laughter.
say, and yeah, Bible, all that is
Yes.
given. Yeah.
So you're a coffee fan?
I love coffee, and I love the rhythm of it. You know, like every morning, you know, that consistent pattern. I love the hot drink.
Yeah.
So we bought an espresso
Okay.
machine.
Fancy.
George Clooney and I
Yeah.
got one, and we love it. I make them in the morning every morning. I make the coffees for our family, and then Tom makes the breakfast. So that's how we do it every morning.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
What's your coffee order?
I like a latte, but I like a strong latte. So usually 3/4 milk, so a little bit less milk.
Oh,
Extra
come
hot.
on.
I'm sure you're one of those
I
people.
No, we need to have a little confession moment here. There is a flavor that has to be in your coffee.
Okay, I'm a high maintenance coffee drinker.
I want to hear your Starbucks order. That's what I want to hear.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah. That's actually hilarious because it's, you know, half pump, you know, skim, whatever. If it's hot drink, I don't mind it full cream, but if it's cold, it has to be skim milk. Isn't that bizarre? But yeah, I like vanilla lattes. 3/4 milk, extra hot.
Here it is. Here it is. I love it. I love it.
Thanks,
Mary?
Mary, for throwing
Yeah,
me
I
under
know.
the bus. I was coming across so easy to get on with, and
You still are. You still are. We'll just get your coffee orders right. Mary, favourite food?
We've
Oh, you already told me that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I can say it again if you like.
No, we've got
Say
it. Phone.
again.
It's phone. Phone. Okay, well, riddle me this. What country in the world would you love to visit?
I actually haven't ever been to like Turkey or the Middle East or anything like that. And my husband used to be in the Navy, and he always talks
Really?
about just the beauty over there. And
Yeah.
so I think I'd be really interested just in exploring that with him.
So cool. Favorite book of all time? Bible, we understand, is our
Thank
favorite
you.
book, obviously. Other favorite book of all time?
For me, it's actually 3 books because it's a trilogy. So it'd be The Lord of the Rings.
There it is,
I
folks. Love it.
Yeah.
So good.
Closely followed by the Harry Potter trilogy.
Speak
not
my
trilogy,
language, Cam.
the
Yeah.
series.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I love Harry Potter. Anyway, favorite book?
Ender's Game. Yeah, I don't know if you've... It
I've heard
was
of it.
made into a movie,
Okay.
but the movie does not do the book justice. So you
Right.
have to read the book.
Cool.
Ender's Game. So
Awesome.
it's really good.
Hinge.
Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh, that's good too.
Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. I remember as a child reading it, and then as an adult and seeing it with such different eyes. And then in the last 5 years, I've read 2 books that have been game changers. And so any of my students would know these 2 books. So the first one is Ragamuffin Gospel by Brennan Manning. And then the second one I read of his, which is The Signature of Jesus. And they just revolutionized my life in the last 5 years. Just did something deep in me, and they're beautifully written and a little bit different than what I would normally read. So loved it.
So cool. So we're going to finish with a question that I'll ask all of you. What advice would you give your 20-year-old self?
Yeah. Boy, I was a mess at 20.
Right.
So I have a lot of advice, but say really trust Jesus with your whole life fully. Not just a little bit, but the whole of it. He is so trustworthy.
Right.
I'd also say get over yourself quicker, you know, and not that you thought too highly of myself, but more get over your weaknesses of yourself and quit looking at yourself and look to him.
Yeah.
That would be probably the greatest advice I could ever give a 20-year-old or even me today. Yeah.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
Thanks. Mary?
Something recently in the last couple of years I've heard Julia Bell talk a lot about is letting it go. And I think there was a lot of stuff I probably held on to in my 20s, relationships that I just needed to let go, mindsets that I just needed to let go. And so I think that would probably be the best piece of advice. Just let it go and trust God, you know, lean into him, get to know him as a child of God, get to know him as who I am in his image.
Yeah, cool.
Great.
Cam?
I would say take a risk and step out in faith, because what God has for you is far bigger than you can ever imagine. And often we limit ourselves thinking that this is what God can do, but when you actually step out in faith and really trust God with your future, you realise that it's so much bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, that's what
And
I'd say.
a piece of advice for any future students thinking about coming in our July or our January 19 intakes, what would you say if they're just considering coming?
Look, all of us would say just come. And I think the reason why is because we know what our college does in people's lives. It's you see people come in one way, and then God does such a work in their lives. And I think the course is incredible. I think our chapels, I would say our chapels are just life-changing.
Absolutely.
The presence of God. I know we're going to see and come sneak into one of our chapels today, and you're going to see God do incredible things, because when we show up, God has already been preparing the way. So just take a step of faith. Everything in life that I've ever done that's been amazing has always taken a major step of faith. Don't wait for everything to come together perfectly. Trust God, trust him with what's ahead, and if you have a desire to be raised, equipped, empowered, and then released into what you're called to do, this is a place.
100%.
We see people come in 1 year, and I know a lot of people end up staying 3 years, because what it develops in people is incredible, and our college is amazing. World-class college.
Yes, 100%.
It's incredible.
Well, thank you all so much for being here. Loved getting to hear a little bit about you. I need to get myself some pho.
Me too.
So our next session is about college life in Sydney. So we've got some of our incredible students coming in to share a bit of their experience here at college. So make sure that you stick around and watch that. And then after that, you will get to join in one of our college chapels. And that's exciting. It's our favourite part of the week, getting to worship and hear the word together as a college. So make sure you stick around. And again, if you have any questions, jump on Facebook Live. Our team is there ready and waiting to answer anything that you've got to ask. So we'll see you soon.